Championship ice hockey action from Italy, and this one should be a cracker. The United States of America against Finland. Group B action. We've already seen today some Group B action which saw the French team overhaul the Norwegians, so that lifted them to second last spot and condemned the Norwegians to the relegation playoff. Well, this game will decide who wins the group. Who wins Group B? Finland with 7 points so far, the United States of America with 6 points. The United States team have had wins against France and Norway and Czechoslovakian Republic, but they had a big defeat to the Swedes. Meanwhile, the Finnish team have had a draw with the Czechs, a win over the Swedes, a big win over the Norwegians, and an 8-1 victory over France. There's the starting lineup: Guy Hibert, and then the second line led by Richter and Hill on defence, Podine, Cole and Bork up front, and Luke Sween a key figure on defence for the Americans. Here come the Finns with one particular player just going out of shot there, number 17, Jari Curry. He's so good they named him twice on that caption. Mulish, the goalkeeper, has had a cracking tournament so far. Hannu Virta's a big strong defenceman, as is Stromberg. Palo got a goal the other day, so this one shaping up nicely, as they say. We could be in for some cracking action in the World Championships. The Finnish team with a host of players with NHL connections, if not so much experience. Of course, the United States team with quite a lot of players, if not indeed the majority, playing out of the NHL these days. That was Kurt Lindstrom, the coach of the Finnish team. Slappy does a little twirl centre ice and bangs his stick on the ice. And Craig Wolanin, as coach Ron Wilson looks on, the USA captain Wolanin goes forward with the little memento for the Finns. Leslie Kuntar looks like he's got the nod and will start in goal for the United States. As Kuntar had that nightmare job against the Swedes when he'd already taken over from Eber, who was having a bad game, and he coughed up the puck himself. And Finnish supporters hoping for their team to maintain their unbeaten record in World Championship Pool A action this year. So the puck set centre ice. United States of America against Finland. States just the one defeat at the hands of Sweden. Kuntar stretches his hamstring muscles and gets set for action. The Americans in white will be playing from left to right, and the Finns in the all blue strip, you guessed it, from right to left. And no mum, they haven't been drinking, they wear those hats all the time. Phil Bork, now playing out of Ottawa, will start right wing for the Americans. A lot of Finnish support here and a good atmosphere as we get set for this one. Danton Cole and Bob Beers on the ice. Bork, as I say, will play right wing. The referee explaining to the captains of the two teams how he's going to call it. They always do that. No one takes any notice. They just go out and beat each other up anyway. No, that's not the case, no. So it's Danton Cole at centre, Bork on the right wing, and the fans side by side in the crowd. The referee checks that everyone's ready, nods at the timekeeper's bench. The United States of America against Finland, the group decider from Group B, is about to get underway. And the Americans have the puck after the opening face-off, and they dump it in. Sean Podine looking to steal something early in the game, but not to be. Icing's the call. After just 11 seconds of action. Mulish had some experience in the NHL with Minnesota and San Jose. 28-year-old netminder. Good tournament for him. Cordine looking for Danton Cole to win the draw. The Americans have it deep in their own end with Chambers around the boards. Cordine ties his man up. Cole can't poke the puck free. But Cole gets it over the blue line, and the Americans get it into the relative safety of neutral ice. Laukkanen touches the puck for the Finns. And the referee getting into the action early in the game. And as Jutila goes to the box, we hand over to the commentary box. At the ringside, Richard Beaupre and Paul Ferguson.
Hello, I'm Paul Ferguson. Richard Beaupre is here. We're a little late on this one. Car trouble between Bolzano and Canazei, but there's no score in this game between the Finns and USA. The Americans now on the power play with Jutila in the penalty box. Kiprasov hits that to the far side of the rink. Kapanen tries to take a slice at it, and the Americans working in. Wait looking to pop it in front, and that shot away by Scott Young. Lindsay in the corner. Lindsay mixing it up. Young moves in quickly, and the Finns now looking to get it out front. Bad clearance there as the Americans almost had a shot. Beers pops it all the way in. That bounces deep, and Verta gets a handle on it. Beers unable to control that bouncing puck, and the Finns now two breaking up quickly. Offside is the call.
Koivu going in with Lehtinen just ahead of the play. Offsides is the call. Jutila still in the box. 1 minute and 22 seconds left on his penalty.
Keskinen moves into the face-off circle as we take another look at that offside whistle. Keskinen pushes that away from Cole, and Wolanin slides it across the ice. A chance now for Sweeney. Sweeney up on the wing. Cole couldn't control that, and the Finns getting back in a hurry. Wolanin, still with Wolanin, being shadowed by Paulo. Clearance by the Americans is not a good one. Keskinen is hit by Wolanin. Big chop on Paulo, and that goes all the way back on the D. Volteri flips it in deep. Both teams changing on the fly, and the Americans still with 30 seconds on the power play. 2 minutes, 4 seconds gone on the period. A flip onto the far side. Danton Cole right in front along with Lindsay. Craig Janney takes up his position behind the red line. All the way back. Richter's shot is wide of the target. No steam on that. Toss in the net! Lindsay right out front. Power play goal with 13 seconds to go on the penalty.
Jutila will come out of the box. The Americans have scored with a man advantage. A nice goal by Bill Lindsay in front of the net. Shot is taken from the point. It's off the back boards. Janney going in. He's taken out by Hämäläinen. The puck comes right out in front to Lindsay. He puts it away for the first American goal of the game. Janney to the front of the goal. Lindsay right there for the puck.
Waite circles as the puck is thrown up on his wing. Waite breaking down quickly. Reaches out for that, and Jutila gets to it first. Puck is controlled on the left wing and then dumped off, and here comes Helminen. Helminen with Kapanen. The shot hit the post. Helminen, Kapanen breaking down. Les Kunter between the pipes for the Americans, and Helminen getting close on that one. 1-0 the score, 2 minutes 47 seconds gone on the first period. The puck in neutral ice territory as Kiprusoff works with Verta. Kiprusoff pumps that to the far side, not a great pass by him, and the Americans now with Sacco dropping it back. Flipped all the way in, and the Americans with Janney and Sacco circling out there. Sweeney hanging on the left side. Sacco doing all the work. The puck comes out, and no one there with a white shirt to pick it up. Coming quickly, Peltonen. Peltonen trying to get organized in a corner. He's bumped away. Still with Peltonen. Peltonen hangs onto it. Peltonen to Koivu, and the pass was knocked away, and we have an interference call.
The penalty going to Joe Sacco for interference. The Finns now will have a power play opportunity. 3:25 gone in the first period. Sacco having a good shift, working hard at both ends of the ice. Along the boards, Koivu getting the puck. He takes a look. He's got Lehtinen and Peltonen going to the goal. He was taken out on the play as it continued, and the Americans are shorthanded.
The number one line for Finland go out there with Makala, Nieminen, and Keskinen as that's dumped all the way down the ice. Picked up by Hämäläinen. Hämäläinen slows it down, works out on his left side. The Finns with that slow deliberate build-up right up in the middle. And the shot away out into neutral ice territory. Christian Ruutu is circling. It's good to see him in the lineup. First game for the Big Finn, wearing number 22. All the way back to Hämäläinen. Hämäläinen with a lot of time back there. Ruutu on this point. Passed in behind the goal, looking for the 1-2, and Podine dumps it back into the corner. Could have done a lot more with that. Hämäläinen hesitates. The shot is deflected away. Keskinen picks it up. Keskinen working along the boards with Nieminen. Nieminen to Makala. Ruutu is out front. Keskinen has it in the circle. Hämäläinen the shot wide of the target. Podine unable to push that away, and the Finns unable to hit the net. Keskinen fakes the first shot. A lot of time out there. Shot coming in. Loose puck is cleared away at the last moment by Sean Hill. A chance now for Bourque as he gets it out of the zone. 30 seconds on the power play. Makala working with Keskinen. Driven across the ice, and the Americans will pick it up, and Bourque dumps it all the way down to the blue line. USA changing on the fly. Nieminen, rink-wide pass, and somehow that made its way onto Jari Curry's stick. Laukkanen at the blue line. Curry right in front, looking for the return pass. Laukkanen fakes the shot. Curry the tip, and that goes off the side of the cage. Curry in the corner. Sacco's back on the ice. The shot. Sacco can't get a handle on it, and Curry throws it in front. Beers gets that as far as the blue line, kept in nicely by Jutila. Jutila breaks for the net. Helmanen is poke checked right on the blue line, but Helmanen gets it right back. Jutila goes for the short side, and Guntar got the blocker on it. Kiprusoff tried to get the shot away, and that flips right over the boards. Excellent stuff by the Finns, but they really didn't threaten the goal at all.
Kuntar looks a lot more relaxed than he did in his first appearance. He came in to replace Heber in the last game for the U.S. He got a real rough ride. Mulish in the goal for Finland. He's had plenty of action in these World Championships. Americans doing a good job of killing off Sacco's penalty. Sacco is on the ice again with his line with Janney on the faceoff.
Kiprusoff drives that in. It's wide of the target, and the Americans with Janney. Sacco on the right wing. Sacco against Kiprusoff. Sacco slams on the brakes. The puck is pushed into the center, and back come the Finns. 6 minutes, 15 seconds gone on the period. Shot coming in by Lehtinen. Picked up by Sweeney. Sweeney circles right in front of his goal. Poke check by Koivu. Koivu. Lehtinen scores! Big mistake as Sweeney brought that out. Nice goal by the Finns.
Well, Judge it for yourself. How quick is Koivu? He stripped Sweeney of the puck and really got things going nicely for the Finns. Koivu taking the puck away from Tim Sweeney. Excellent move. He puts it on his backhand. Slides it over to Lehtinen. Excellent goal by the Finns. The Finnish supporters love it.
6:26, the time of the goal here in the first period. It's all level once again. USA working deep in their zone with a long pass to Hill. That's dropped back on the D, and the Americans hit the red, flip it in. Munish couldn't get out. Bork is in there to touch it.
The linesman blowing that down as Podine went over the blue line ahead of the puck. A close call on that one. Podine not totally agreeing with the linesman.
Face-off just outside the Finnish zone as Danton Cole gets that back. Richter peppers it along the boards. Mulish gets out to slow it down. Jutila. Podine goes in. Podine tipped that in along the boards, and Keskinen drops it behind. Cole gets in hard. Podine is there. Both Americans working hard to forecheck. Valterra on the far side is taken out of the play, but the Finns get it with 3 men in neutral ice territory. Up to Paolo. Going to be a penalty on the play. Loose puck in front. Keskinen! Kuntar went down. Whistle blows. Roughing is the call.
Phil Bork shaking his head. He goes to the box for the U.S. Another good save by Les Kuntar, and a goal. Keskinen right on top of him. Kuntar holding on. The Americans will be down a man again for 2 minutes. Pass right to the front of the net. Kuntar staying with the puck nicely. Keskinen unable to put it away.
From the face-off, that comes back onto Jutila's stick. The Finns with Jutila again. Jutila calling it out there as the Finns set it up. Curry right in front, a chance, and Chambers unable to get a stick on that as it's popped to the far side. Chambers staying there. Curry the shot, and Kunter really didn't see it. This time he did, and he blocked Laukkanen's shot. A lot of pressure, not a great pass there as it's given right to the Americans, and they come back on the attack. Another penalty coming up. Slashing is the call.
The call has been made. Lazaro can't believe it. He's gone to the bench for a line change. The American penalty box is still open. Action earlier as Kuntar cleared the puck away. Laukkanen going for the short side. The Americans still have made no attempt to come to the penalty box. The referee having a word. The Finns want to know who's supposed to be going into the box. Lazaro now makes his way across the ice from the team bench. He has been called for roughing.
Referee Lichtenegger finally communicates with the American bench. Face-off, that goes all the way down the ice. 5-on-3 now. 119 on the first penalty, 150 on the second. Laukkanen all the way back to Kiprusov. Kiprusov works it in to Keskinen. Keskinen with a lot of time slides it through, and a big shot by Makala, but an even bigger save by Kunter. Back to the top of the circle. Over to Kiprusov. Kiprusov to Keskinen. Keskinen right in front, deflected away. Hill gets a piece of it, but can't get it out. Kiprusoff from the top of the circle, slows it down again. Rink-wide pass. And the Americans with 42 seconds on their first penalty. Kiprusoff takes a lot of time into Keskinen. Keskinen right in front, deflected into the net. The referee standing right there. The Finns are arguing.
The German referee really making his presence known in this first period. Kiprusoff dropping the puck down low. Keskinen feeds it to the front of the net. Ojanen right there. The referee saying no way on the goal.
Face-off comes out of the zone. The Americans still with 2 men in the box. 35 seconds on the first penalty to Bork. 1:08 on the penalty to Lazaro. Coming up to the 8:50 mark. The Finns back on the attack, still 5-on-3 out there. Helminen pops it up onto the right side, back to Curry. Again, a lot of time out there, as you would expect. Curry one-times it, fans on it completely. Nieminen and Beers collide in front of the goal. The Americans now with a lot of time to kill off this first penalty. Shot on the target by Scott Young. Easy save for Mulish. 3 seconds. Bork getting set to come back on the ice. Nieminen breaks for the net, as does Curry. Curry slides off the puck. The shot is deflected away, and the Americans, with just 1 penalty left, Lazaro sits for 22 seconds. Palo deep behind his net, gives it up on the wing to Kiprusoff. Nice little back pass. And Nieminen is caught offside.
One extra move at the blue line. The Americans had changed all players on the go. 8 seconds left on the American penalty. Lazaro getting set to come out of the box. The Americans should kill this off.
We've just heard that in Bolzano, the Italians are leading the Germans 2-0. Big, big game for both teams. Eight seconds on Lazaro's penalty. Face-off with Sweeney going against Koivu. That pops right through, and the Finns quick to pounce on it. Kiprusoff, a long shift out there. His shot is deflected away into the far corner. Lazaro steps on the ice, and the Americans have killed off a couple of penalties. A chance. Kunchar goes down with Koivu coming in quick, and a high flip down the ice by Hill. Icing is called at 10:07 of the first period.
The Americans really have their hands full with Koivu. He is just deadly around the goal. He is so quick. Hit him if you can. He just seems to get out of the way of everything coming at him in the form of white shirts. Right to the front of the net. Koivu going close again. Kuntar with the save.
Ojanen out there now. Ojanen is told to get out of the circle. Ruutu goes in. Ruutu ties up his man. Ojanen gets in there, tries to get the puck free. Bouncing puck comes right into the circle onto the stick of Sweeney. Sweeney, for some reason, shoots it down the ice. Icing is the call.
Americans still in trouble deep in their own end of the ice. Ruutu doing a good job in the center for the Finns.
Jani and Ojanen. Ojanen gets it back. The shot comes in wide of the target. Walteri gets back in a hurry. Sacco rather is taken out. Sacco moves in. A chance now for the Americans as Wolanen went in quickly. Jani feeds it right across. This could be dangerous. Mulish comes out. Mulish cutting down the angle, doing a great job as the Americans setting it up nicely. Sweeney pops it through. Walteri. Neaton a moment ago testing. Mulish goes deep. Neaton up on the wing. Waite looking for that pass from Young. That didn't happen. Beers fires it up. Young, rink-wide pass, goes all the way down the ice. Waite gets in there, but Hämäläinen is first. Hämäläinen is double-teamed as Lindsay comes in to help Waite. Hämäläinen spun around, and there's some good stuff happening out there, but there's going to be a penalty on the play. Mulish goes off the ice. The Americans are in trouble yet again. Paulo and Chambers collide. Keskinen has it right out front. The tip is there. Kuprasov is right up. And hooking is the call.
Kiprasov, knowing he could go forward, the Finns had the goalie out of the net. The Americans were only going to be allowed to touch the puck, and the whistle was going to blow. The delayed penalty going against the Americans. The whistle finally blowing. Lindsay goes to the box.
11:38 the time of the penalty. Helminen gets set for the face-off. Danton Cole will do the honors for USA. Curry got a slice at that, and it comes back. Laukkanen right in front. The little tip by Helminen was so very pretty.
Great play by Laukkanen. The Finns controlling the play on the draw. 5 seconds into the power play, Laukkanen with his head up just directs it to Helminen. Helminen with a beautiful tip. Nice goal for the Finns.
The face-off, Cole gets that back, and McSween gives it to Hill. Hill off the plexi, that rides all the way down the ice. Kiprasov getting back in a hurry. The icing call is waved off. The officials with their arms in the air. And this time it's icing, but it goes against the Finns.
The Americans jumped out to that 1-0 lead. The Finns have come right back with 2 goals. The Americans taking a few silly penalties in this first period.
12 minutes, 1 second gone on the period. Face off deep in Finnish territory. Koivu wins the draw. Virta doing a great move on Podine. Podine goes over and gives him a push. I guess maybe it was embarrassment that forced him to do that. Bourque taps it up to Cole. Cole lobs that into the zone, and Podine goes in now. Podine trying to put the grab on. Bourque circling out front, waiting for something to come his way, but that doesn't happen. Back on the attack comes Koivu. Koivu with Virta. That was always anticipated. The Americans get it out. Cole flips it to the far side, and Podine and Peltonen mix it up. Both look at the official, and he doesn't even look back at them. Pass up on the wing. Hämäläinen sidesteps the check as he gets rid of that. Shot comes in. Kunter makes a save on Koivu. That was labeled, and Koivu gets a rough ride in the corner and then skates away, heads for the bench. Ruutu stays in, and the Finnish supporters did not like that. Lilly bangs that off the boards. Lazaro goes in hard, but Mulish puts it high. Mulish put it over the plexi, and that's going to cost him. Mulish is saying, hey, I had nothing to do with that. It wasn't my stick.
Makala over to question the call. It's going to be a 2-minute penalty against the Finns. The goaltender cannot fire the puck over the plexiglass, no matter what Mulish feels or thinks about it. The Finns will send a representative to the penalty box.
Lichtenegger really doesn't want to know.
Koivu taking a well-deserved rest on the bench. He was really given a rough ride by Wolanen in the corner on his last shift.
The penalty box is still open as the Finns try to sort out who's going to go in the penalty box. Paolo is told to sit for 2 on behalf of Mulish, who put it over the plexi. 13-14, the time of the penalty. Sweeney goes in the face-off circle. Sweeney, Chambers races to the far side. He can't keep it in. Offside is the call.
Chambers forced to just rifle that one right back into the zone. He had a Finn right in his face. The puck had just come out over the blue line.
Jani in neutralized territory. Loses out for a moment to Keskin and then gets it back to Beers. The shot on Mulish is an easy one for him to control. And that bobbles all the way down into U.S. territory. Chambers is there. 1:40 on the power play. Chambers up on the left side. Nieminen comes over. Sacco is stopped on the left side, coming right in front. Jani lets the shot go. Chambers was right there. Neither one of them could come up with anything.
Jani had the right idea. Chambers just couldn't get a stick on the puck.
Beers with a lot of space on the left side. Chambers rattles that in. Sweeney is waiting along the boards. Beers picks it up and it deflects over to Chambers. Chambers right back in front. Sacco, Sweeney, they couldn't get the shot on goal. Sacco had a great opportunity to shoot.
Sacco should have shot that when he was right in the slot on his own.
Sacco up to Jani. Sacco goes for a rest and Jani lays it off, but not a great pass from him as Berta got in to clear it away. Hämäläinen, or Helmanen rather, chasing Chambers. Chambers moves it up slowly. Still with Chambers. Pass is nice to Young. Waite is hit and tries to adjust his headgear out there. Waite looks like he's a little hurt on the play. Wolanin comes in, gives it to Waite. Waite right in front. Tipped away at the last moment. Stopped nicely back at the blue by Young. Wolanin takes the shot and Mulish comes up with an easy save on that one.
No trouble at all for Mulish on that one. 17 seconds left on the finish. Penalty that was issued to Mulish for firing the puck over the plexi. Wolanin controlling it, taking a long wrist shot. Lindsay trying to create problems in front of the finished goal, but Mulish lets it go right into the catching glove.
Cole giving instructions to Lindsay. Cole leaves that and it comes to Wolanin. He flips it over to the far side. Neaton fanned on the first clearance in, but it ends up on Cole's stick. He loses it. That goes all the way down the ice. 5 seconds now on the power play as Kunter comes out and leaves it right on the red. Paolo steps back on the ice. The Finns are at full strength as Young comes up. Young and Lindsay. Cole in the middle. The shot. Mulish kicks it away. No steam, but it was directed right for the corner. Peltonen. His pass goes over to an open wing. Cole fires that back into Finnish territory. Cole going up on the wing, trying to prevent that puck from coming out. Hill gets it to Cole. Hämäläinen pushes it back along the boards. Offside is the call.
The Americans working hard, but the Finns playing good positional hockey. They've killed off the penalty. Less than 5 minutes to play in the first period. The Americans are down by a goal.
In the face-off, the puck comes back from Chiavaglia to Hill. Mulish dancing behind his own goal. And the Finns now will go right back into their zone with less than 4 minutes remaining on the period. The Finns not throwing the puck around with the accuracy that we've seen in the past. The shot by Makla is wide of the target. Valtteri, Ruutu is spun around and then hooked by Hill as that goes to the far side. Podine is there. Podine tries to get it up to Chiavaglia, and he does. Chiavaglia goes for a rest. Burke Hard to the far side. Ruutu with a high flip all the way over the red line, and Cole picks it up. Both teams changing on the fly. Cole up to Beers. Beers hits the red line, fires that all the way in. Lilly going in hard now, and icing is the call. Beers does not like that call. He's yelling at the official, but I guess if you want to get really pedantic about it, he was about 2 inches on the wrong side of the red line.
Beers letting the linesman know exactly what he thinks about the call. You're right, Paul. I think, in fact, his nose might have been over the center red line when he did shoot the puck in the zone, but the linesman made his call, and the decision will rest. The face-off to the left of Les Kuntar.
Cole against Keskinen, and the Americans come out quickly. Pass up to Lazaro, who did a 360 in the air. Mulish rattles that around the boards, takes a funny bounce. Keskinen picks it up. Laukkanen trying to get away from Lilly. Chambers the shot. Mulish is right there. Lilly behind the goal, and Laukkanen just gets it out of the zone with 17 gone on the period. Another quick change for the Americans. A tap along the boards, and USA with Beers bringing it out of the zone. Lilly passes it up to the blue line. Cole straddles. Sweeney takes it over. Cole flips it over to a far wing and then goes for a change. Both teams changing every 25-30 seconds out there. The Finns now looking to get the long pass down the left side to Koppinen, and it was just out of his reach.
Both teams had pretty much changed their forwards. The defenseman needed a change. Kiprusoff comes on the ice now for Finland.
Jani is out there for the USA. 2-1 the score. The Finns are leading this one. Lehtinen, Helminen picking up the Finnish goals. Lindsay got the first goal of the game for USA. Another offside on the play.
Jari Kurri bringing the puck over the blue line. One of his line mates inches ahead of him on the play. Another close call by the linesman.
Helminen, that comes back off of Curry's stick to Kiprusoff. Kiprusoff gets that through Jani's stick. Kapanen on the wing. Kurri pushed away by Wolanin. Neaton races in. Sacco is there. And Kapanen is hit by Neaton, pushed out of the play, but the Americans can't get it out. Wolanin overskated it right into the top of the circle. Loose puck. Sacco goes back and puts a cross-check on Kapanen. Sacco chopping like a lumberjack out there in the final couple of minutes of this first period. Kapanen. The return pass to Kapanen. Kapanen right in front. The tip is there. That was nice. Kurri was left alone.
Kapanen worked hard to make that play happen. He was getting chopped like a lumberjack, exactly as you said it, Paul. Sacco was really doing the work on Kapanen. But number 24, Kapanen just kept his head about him, got his legs going, walked right off the boards with the puck, right to Jari Kurri for an easy touch. The third goal of the period in the net for Finland.
18:36 the time of this goal. Jari Kurri left alone in front. .45 gone on the period. Peltonen lets the shot go wide of the target. Lindsay races in. Stromberg gets there first, and Lindsay and Stromberg collide. Koivu kicks that along the ice. Peltonen with Lehtinen out front. Peltonen now uses Lehtinen as a dummy out there, and that comes to Waite. Waite sidesteps a check from Stromberg. Koivu on the boards. A little duck from him. Hill missed the check on Koivu, but picks up the puck on the wing. Lindsay slams on the brakes. Stromberg is all over him. 30 seconds on the period now. The shot comes in, deflects off Mulish's stick, and the Finns get it out of the zone and go for another change. Koivu flips it up onto the near side. Hämäläinen puts it out front. The shot comes in from Ruutu. No steam on it. The Americans roughing it up in the corner. The referee letting play continue with just 5 seconds to go in the period. Long clearance into the zone. Beers will touch it, and that's it. Excellent comeback after a good start by the Americans. Lindsay got the first goal at 2:21 of the first period. And then Lehtinen, Helminen, and Curry replied for the Finns, and that's the way it stands, 3-1.
3 excellent goals by the Finns. They really are a class act. Good give-and-go hockey. They're getting taken out of the play all over the ice by the Americans, but they're fighting it off. They're staying out of the box, and they really are putting the puck in the net.
Well, we're really looking forward to an even faster second period. It was very physical. A lot of big hits off the puck, a lot of chopping, a lot of excellent hockey from both teams, but then again, we've got a second and third period to go. We're looking for more of the same.
2 periods of hockey to go. The Americans need to stay out of the box, and they've got goal scorers of their own.
Short break coming up. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to live ice hockey action on Eurosport. USA against Finland. The Finns are out on the ice, and the Americans are just starting to come out on the ice. The score is 3-1. The Americans started well on a power play with a goal by Lindsay, and then Lehtinen with a pass from Koivu put the puck in the net. Helminen and Curry, some excellent stuff. Each team picking up a power play goal, and a lot to look forward to in the second period.
Starting lineup for the Finns, just casually skating around on the ice. All the Americans are out there buzzing around. The rest of the Finns are sitting on their team bench waiting for this period to get going. The Americans are still coming out of the dressing room.
Six penalties called in the first period, the most unusual going to Jarmo Mylish for shooting the puck over the plexi. He disputed that call, but didn't get away with his argument, didn't win his argument. Dickton Necker has been tight out there. The officials have called a good game, and we're hoping for more of the same here in the second period. The team's now getting set for this face-off. As we take a look at Mylish going through his paces. Les Kunter at the other end of the rink. Kunter at times has looked a little shaky. He's come up with a couple of big saves, though, from close in. The Finns playing from left to right with Helminen getting it back. Jutila taps it to the far side. It's flipped away, and we'll have another face-off.
The Americans want to get one back quick and get into this. They really let the Finns take it away from them in the first period as time went on. The Finns showed their class, though. They were just so patient. They went with the hits. The Americans were trying to bounce them around in the corners. The Finns just skating away from the hits, moving the puck around very nicely in the first period.
Shot all the way in. Laukkanen goes after it. Beers is there, tipped away. Cole gets it back to Chambers. Chambers bangs it off the boards for Podine, and it goes back out to Helminen. Helminen shoots it in. Beers into the far corner, and he lets that ride. The Americans with a little protection from Beers and Chambers. Long pass goes all the way down to Mylish. Podine goes in and couldn't pick up that as Curry now collects. Danton Cole was hit, and he skated over to Laukkanen and had words with him. Cole looking a little shaky on the play. Cole now eventually gets back into it. The shot comes, scores! Lehtinen. A lot of Americans standing around on the plate. Cole still goes after the referee. He feels that he was knocked down unfairly in the zone. That's not going to help them.
Cole not happy with the way he was taken out by Laukkanen. It doesn't matter. Very quickly, the Finns get themselves right back on track. The offense moving. A nice goal by Lehtinen. His second goal of this game.
53 seconds gone on the period. Excellent start for the Finns. It really was obvious that the Americans were standing around for the first minute of that period. Cole was complaining about something that had happened several seconds before that. I would have thought that if the call hadn't been made, he would have dropped it. Koivu, so impressive, so fast. Jani, Sacco, Verta gets the tip in, and Koivu's there. Rink-wide pass, the one-timer scores! Peltonen! And Guntar was very slow to get across the ice on that one.
Guntar didn't move very quickly. One-timer by Peltonen. Koivu, Lehtinen, Peltonen really getting things going. The Americans still standing around on their own end of the ice. They're coasting. They don't have the legs going. Coach Ron Wilson's going to have a word on the bench. Peltonen with his third goal of the World Championships.
2 goals in 36 seconds for the Finns. A blistering start here in the second period. The Finnish fans really enjoying that. The Americans with 3 fine performances at the start of this competition, and then the Swedes took them apart, and now the Finns are doing the same.
Offsides on the play, a delayed call. Hill throwing it back in to Finnish territory. The face-off will come outside of the Finnish zone.
Wait. It's popped over onto the right wing as Stromberg takes a hit but gets it away. Nieminen up to Paolo. Paolo getting hooked as he goes down the ice. Paolo eventually falls, and the Americans come up with the shot comes in. Stromberg let it fly well wide of the target. Some good back-checking by the Finns as they come up with it. Nieminen hit hard on the blue line, loses his helmet, and it's a 2-on-2, 3-on-2 situation now. Sean Hill came over, Waite was there. Lindsay also there, and boy, they're not happy.
Lindsay going offside, a very close call. Young with a big hit after the fact on Nieminen earlier. The Americans are going to have to get away from the chippy stuff and get back on track. They're arguing and disputing with every call. They need goals.
Chambers peppers that in. Lazaro goes in. Lilly puts the hit on. Chiavaglia gets it all the way back, and the shot comes in off the plexi. The Finns looking sharp with the passes, but that wasn't one of the sharp passes. Keskinen was about 3 strides ahead of that one. Hämäläinen is hit by Lazaro. This is the 4th line, if you want to call it that, for the Americans. And these guys, whenever they get on the ice, are very hungry indeed. Chiavaglia, Lazaro, and Lilly applying the pressure. Verta brings it up, flips it up on the wing. Makela is stopped in his tracks. Chambers doing a good hit on Makela. Makela gets it up now to Ojanen. Ojanen, the shot wide of the net. Podine on the boards. Podine finds Cole on the blue line. Cole starts it up, gives it to Podine. Podine against Jutila, gets around him. Right in front, Jutila is there to grab it. Can't get it out of the zone. Willanen pumps it back in. The Americans applying the pressure but not getting shots on the goal. Podine goes to the far side. Kapanen is there. Big hit by Podine. Upstairs on Kapanen. Kapanen puts his head back on. We're going to have a power play coming up in a moment. The Finns involved in this as the goaltender comes off. The Americans take the shot. The Finns touch it. The whistle blows.
Laukkanen will go to the penalty box. Laukkanen took Bork down at the side of the net. Hooking is the call. The Americans with a power play, they really could use a goal. They need to get themselves going again. I've said it before. If they can get a goal and get themselves in a positive mood again, they really have the ability to put the puck away. They're down by 4, and there's a lot of time left in this game.
Jenny directing traffic out there as he goes into the face-off circle. Koivu gets that back. Kiprusoff puts it on the boards to Koivu. He fans on the clearance. The Americans now set it up in the zone. Beers puts it on the boards, and that's tipped away. Beers getting back. He hasn't got the speed. The goaltender comes out, and Lehtinen almost beat Beers to it. Pass up to Jani. Jani against Kiprusoff, and again, there's a whistle on the plate. They call it a two-line pass.
Well, they call it a two-line pass, but they call it about a day and a half late. I mean, oh my God, how much time does it take? Jani had made 3 or 4 moves and circled away from Kiprusoff before the whistle blew. That all happened at the Finnish blue line.
The Americans went back to the linesman and said that the pass originated right on the blue line where the linesman was standing. He then moved to the right about 6 inches, and he drops the puck inside the American zone. 4:20 gone on the second period. 1:31 remaining on the power play. Chambers into the far corner. Valtteri to Keskinen, who just tips it all the way down the ice. Beers will go back. 1:18 now as Chambers gets it on the blue line. Chambers taps it forward to Jani. Jani going in, can't get a handle on the puck. A little tip there from Sacco, and that goes behind the net. Sweeney is out front. Jani is down on his knees, and this could be dangerous. The Finns coming up. A chance now for Keskinen as he broke in on Beers. That was close. Offside whistle.
It was a good play by Chambers to pull Nieminen offside. The pass had gone from Nieminen to Keskinen. Keskinen was looking for Nieminen, but it was an excellent play by Sean Chambers.
Ruutu at center. Chiavaglia for the Americans. This fourth line back out there to try to make things happen on the power play. 54 seconds remaining. The Americans have a lot to do. They trail this one 5-1 coming up on the wing. Bouncing puck comes all the way back to the blue line. Neaton rushes in now. That's tipped away from him by Makala. Ruutu going deep. Ruutu will hold this one against the boards if he can. Lindsay gets back now. Little tip along the boards. The Americans with the puck deep in their zone. Willanen unable to make things happen. Lindsay falls in neutralized territory but hangs onto the puck. Lindsay quickly to the blue line, over to the far side. Willanen wants it back of the blue. Neaton is on the near side. The Finns getting ready to come back on the ice. Just 3 seconds. The Americans need a shot on goal. Lindsay with Young. Young now. Young with a chance. Tries to wrap it around. Well, Hämäläinen was there. Got a piece of it. Lindsay is down behind the net, and that's shot all the way down the ice. Icing is the call. The Finns are back at full strength at 6 minutes, 11 seconds of the second period.
Effective penalty killing by the Finns. Laukkanen coming back into the play. The Finns with 3 defensemen on the ice wanted a change. They weren't bothered at all to take the icing call.
Getting set for the face-off now. Cole. Podine along the boards. Podine mixing it up with Verta. Podine wins that battle, gets it in. Bork. Podine. Podine still with the puck, but he has nowhere to go. Podine now gives it to Cole. Cole circles. Kiprusoff comes after him. That bounces off of Kiprusoff's knee, and Richter is being chased by Curry. Back into Finnish territory. Kiprusoff gets it up. Kapanen fakes the shot. Kapanen still trying to get the shot away, but Richter stayed right with him. Verta goes in. The goaltender goes down. And that hit the post.
Verta going straight to the bench after he hit the post, shaking his head. Close call again. The Americans lucky to escape. Verta walking right in on the American goal. Kuntar is sprawled out. The puck goes off the metalwork. The U.S. really do have a lot of work to do.
Coming up to the 7-minute mark of the period, Chambers takes that behind the net. Lettinen out front, Chambers pushes it over, and the Americans now coming up quickly. Chance for Lazaro. Lazaro goes in hard. Who's puck through? There's going to be a penalty on the play. And Lilly mixes it up. Stromberg and Lilly going at it. Stromberg is about the same size as Lilly, but boy, they're both very, very tough. Well, okay, I'll give Stromberg a couple of more inches.
About a half a foot maybe. When he stands up all the way, he was bent over as Lilly really put the grab on him. John Lilly taking exception to the fact that Lazaro was taken out very hard. Stromberg with a big hit on Lazaro. Lilly reacted by going straight after Stromberg. Lazaro went in very hard, lucky to escape an injury on that play. Into the picture quickly is Lilly, who's reaching out and really throwing some shots at Stromberg.
Stromberg grabs the leg, but then Lilly puts him in a headlock.
Lilly's like a little bulldog. We keep saying that. We called him the Tasmanian Devil earlier in the World Championships. He is a tough little character.
.7:10 the time of these penalties as Jutila and Werlanen talk it over. Lazaro is leaving the rink. Let's look at this again. Lazaro goes in very hard indeed. His helmet is off. And Lazaro has left the game.
Lazaro being followed off the ice by a trainer. He's going to be given some medical attention. 5-minute penalties issued on the play. The Americans really can't complain with that. Stromberg took Lazaro in very hard. That should have been a 2-minute call.
There was a delayed penalty in effect, so there should be something else coming on the board. Lichtnecker is sending one of his linesmen over to the Finnish bench to talk this over. They still have 2 5-minute penalties up on the box. They both have 1 player each in the box, but there was an interference call and the delayed penalty was in effect. Peltonen has now gone in the box for interference.
Peltonen serving 2 minutes. Stromberg getting 5 as well as Lilly. Well, Stromberg really took a lot more than he gave in that one. Covered up most of the time, didn't really want to know. Lilly just wasn't going to let it go at that anyways. He continued on with his part of the action, but Lichtnecker evening that one up by giving him each 5 minutes.
The Finns are trying to work out who should be on the ice. Jutila is explaining things to his coach. The Americans are set. They know what they're doing. It's going to be a 4-on-3 out there.
Well, how long do you let this go? I mean, the Finns are really taking a lot of time. German referee really should get things going.
Jani comes back and Beers couldn't grab that bouncing puck. 4-on-3 out there. Sweeney touches the puck and the whistle blows. 2-line pass is called. Beers is explaining to the official that the puck was touched on the American side of the red line, but the official said, well, he was on the other side of the red line. Chambers back to Beers. The Americans need to gather something here. Chambers waltzing right in, still with Chambers right in front. Sweeney goes for that. Beers pops it over to Sweeney. Keskinen is there. Jani gets it back. This could be dangerous. Chambers with a lot of time trying to set this up. really blew that as Keskinen stole it right from him. Chambers, not the greatest stick handler on the team, got himself into trouble when he took a long time on that one. The pass from Young was not a great one, and the Americans go deep yet again. 3:54 on the remaining on the 5-minute penalties. 50 seconds now on the 2-minute penalty to Peltonen. Janney shoots it in. Rink-wide pass by Beers. Young can't control it. Mulish. Not a good clearance from him. Right in front. Mulish got it away. Janney goes back out front. Young had a golden opportunity a moment ago and couldn't control it. USA not getting the good shots on goal. Neaton puts it right into Ojanen. Neaton with a chance to shoot, lets it go. And Vercha gets in front of it this time and deflects it away, and that shot out of the zone. Lehtinen is getting set, or Peltonen rather, is getting set to jump on the ice. He's back on the ice. The shot comes in. Mulish is there. Both teams are level now. 2:56 remaining on the coincidental majors.
Lillian Stromberg still in the box right as Peltonen came out of the penalty box. Wolanin let a blast go toward Mulish right into the catching glove. No problem for the Finnish goaltender.
Not the best power play we've ever seen from the USA.
A couple of bad bounces, but really the Finns forcing them all over, and the Americans not moving the puck around as quickly as they could have.
Waite and Bill Lindsay up front. Hämäläinen misses out on that. Waite trying to wrap it around. That didn't work. Curry with Helminen. Helminen as Curry sidesteps a check. Curry back, Helminen out front. The chance now, Walteri! That was very pretty indeed. Boy, when they score goals, they score them in style.
What a goal by the Finns. Again, the veteran Jari Curry being the provider. Nice drop pass to Curry. Curry waits for the exact moment to feed it across. Walteri with a one-timer. Kuntar couldn't come up with a save. Great goal by the Finns.
6-1 now the score. 9:31 gone on the period as we take a look at that from the reverse angle. The Americans coming out. Cole taken off the puck. Koivu. Koivu is dumped. There's going to be a penalty on the play. Hooking is the call.
Sean Hill going to the box. Rather, Barry Richter going to the box. Sean Hill skated toward the penalty box area. Barry Richter going in there for the U.S. The Americans not needing a penalty.
2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining on the major penalties. And now the Americans have a 2-minute penalty at 9:56. It's a 4-on-3 situation. Jutila taps it over in the circle. Cole stays high. Jutila, a lot of time out there. The Finns really throwing it around right in front. Loose puck is there. Kunter grabs it, and Cole goes in and mixes it up. The Americans a little frustrated out there.
Jutila with a lot of time right in front of the goal. Two Finns and just Neaton back there to help Kuntar. Helminen back on the draw for Finland.
Comes back onto Curry's stick. He gives it to Jutila. Jutila over to the far side. Jutila again fakes the shot and had a golden opportunity to let it ride, and the Finns are really throwing that puck around. Deflected over to the far side. 1:35 on the coincidental majors, 1:17 on the 2-minute penalty. USA setting up the triangle all the way back to Jutila. Jutila again fakes the shot. The one-timer, goaltender goes down again, grabs it again. As Helminen mixes it up. Jari Kurri letting the shot go. Jutila and Kurri working just inside the blue line, back forth, back forth. Eventually the shot comes.
Jutila sliding the puck across. Helminen right in front of the goal. Nieminen is there. Bit of shoving from Cole and Helminen after the play was over.
Face-off deep in USA territory. Coming up to the final minute of the 2-minute penalty. Stromberg standing on the bench, but he's still got time left, 1 minute and 11 seconds. Popped into the corner. Kiprusoff wants it back at the blue. Kiprusoff. Giovaglia is way out deep. The shot comes in. That goes way over the top of the net. Kiprusoff cannot keep it in the zone. Kiprusoff fires it to the far side. Verta on the near side gets the long pass, gives it back to Keskinen, who rocketed that shot well high. Makala having trouble controlling that rolling puck. Makala goes in. Kunter goes down, and the Finns set it up yet again. 22 seconds on the 2-minute penalty. Going right in on goal, looking for the tip, and that goes up in the air.
Things are rough around the front of the U.S. goal. The Americans are trailing by 5. They really are showing their frustrations. Makala taking a couple shots in front of the net. It's always going to be tough down there, but the U.S. are really adding a couple of extras after every whistle. Kuntz are able to hold on to the puck.
Ruutu now for Finland in the face-off circle. Jutila pops it into the circle, back to Jutila. The Finns looking for that perfect shot right on the target. Kunter was always going to hang on to this one. 4 seconds now remaining on the 2-minute penalty. 18 seconds on the major penalties. Richter will go out, and then Lilly will follow along with Stromberg. Ruutu, that goes into the corner. Neaton falls. Kapanen tried to grab onto that. Richter gets on the ice. Jutila didn't see him. Sweeney lays it off onto the right side. Willanen just elects to tap that into the corner, and the Finns now take it out. The Americans changing on the fly. Lilly comes back. Stromberg is back. Both teams back at full strength. Pass right up the middle. Kapanen. Shot off Willanen's leg. Neaton rams it off the board. Sweeney is there. Sweeney surrounded by blue shirts. Kapanen trying to bring that through his skates. Janney gives him a little push. Janney right up the middle, puts it onto the wing. The shot is wide of the target. Neaton has to get back as Paolo comes up quickly. Paolo with Stromberg, drops it back to Ojanen. Ojanen, looking across the rink. There was nothing there for him, but somehow he got the pass out, and the Finns hang on to it. Stromberg slides that all the way into the corner. Ojanen looking for Curry, but that goes to Neaton. Willanen finds Sweeney. Sweeney being checked by Stromberg, and the Americans are not quick to get out of their own zone. 13-16 gone on the period. Willanen fans on the pass with Kapanen and Curry buzzing all around him. A terrible pass by Willanen, and that's pumped right back into the zone. Lindsay on the wing, checked by Hämäläinen. Lindsay's pass up is intercepted. Curry finds Kapanen. That was nice. Kapanen takes the shot. Gunter is there with the save.
Neaton back on Kapanen, but it's late again as the Finns get another good shot off. Jari Curry with eyes in the back of his head, feeding the puck across the ice. Kapanen skating right into it. Gets a good rip at this one in the high slot. Kuntar with a good glove save.
Peltonen goes into the face-off circle. Comes over onto the right wing, and the Americans see their pass bounce off a Koivu's skate, rather. Kiprusoff, nice pass up on the wing. The Finns throwing the puck around nicely out there. Racing down the right wing was Koivu. This guy really has speed. Lindsay looking for the pass. Lindsay picks it up at his own blue line. Waite on the left wing. The shot comes in. Oh, Mulish had problems with that. Bouncing pucks are not easy to stop.
It looked harmless, but it was a difficult one for Mulish to get a hold of. Those shots could be a goalie's nightmare. Puck was bouncing in at Jarmo Mulish. The faceoff will be in Finnish territory. 3 second period goals from the Finns, and they're in a commanding 6-1 lead over the Americans right now.
14-10 gone on the second period. Keskinen, Nieminen, Podin goes in hard and bangs into Nieminen, but he gets rid of the puck. Keskinen on this side of the rink now gets it over. The Finns with some great passes. That pass didn't actually click. It wasn't that far off, but we have an icing call with 14:25 gone on the period now.
The Finns looking comfortable with that big margin of 5 goals, really trying to open things up. They're going for a few of the long passes. They've always got somebody flying on the off wing right now, staying wide. The Americans have to be careful. They need to get guys going toward the Finnish goal, but they can't have too many of them going as the Finns are so quick.
Stromberg hits the red line and gets the wrist shot in. Beers is there. Cole taps it away, doesn't come out of the zone. The Americans not making great clearances. Paolo right in front, just couldn't hang on to that. Stromberg moves in, puts it into the corner, and the Finns now set it up from close in. Even and back deep. That comes along to the near side, and the Finns with Stromberg dumping it in. Richter goes in hard. Beers goes down on one knee as that deflects away. Stromberg backhands that into the corner. USA chasing out there. Now they've got the puck. Podin was the intended receiver on that. Nieminen puts it in front. USA really haven't threatened this goal in a long time. The pass from Cole to Podin was a little far in front of him. The shot deflected away. USA looking very organized at times. That was driven right down the ice, but it hit the linesman on the skate, and it stayed at center. Stromberg with both teams changing. Stromberg shoots it all the way down the ice and gets the face-off.
Christian Ruutu about 3 lines ahead of everybody else, waiting for the puck. It went sailing by him. Icing is the call. The Finns were in the middle of a line change anyways. Lonan and Neaton staying on the ice for the Americans on the defense. They've been out there a while as well.
Chiavagli. Ojanen is told to leave. Chiavagli stays around.
Chiavagli, the guy that moved in there quickly. Ojanen is the one that was kicked out.
Ruutu now for the Finns takes over at center, and the official continues to tell him how to do it. I think Mr. Ruutu has been doing it for a long time. He should know how to get set. Pass up to Chiavaglia. The Americans with a long pass over. Neaton goes in, lets the shot go. All the way back. Neaton again, shot right on the target. Lazaro goes in. He's back on the ice. And the Americans with Neaton peppering it up, give it right to Virtue. Offside is the call, but Neaton had a couple of chances to bring the Americans back into this one.
Nice pass from Chiavaglia over to Neaton. He got a good shot away, the goalie getting a piece of it. And then again, Neaton let one go. The rebound was there, but the Americans were well covered in front of the finished net. Puck going the other way, offside again is the call, as you said, Paul. Face-off will be just outside of U.S. territory.
Cole gives it to Janney, gives it to Sacco, and that comes over to the far side, back to Janney. Janney trying to feed it up. Offside is going to be the call. Sweeney breaking in quickly, but before the puck went over the zone.
It's exactly what the Americans have got to do. The idea was right. They've got to try and get somebody behind the finished defenseman and really open things up. They've got to start taking chances. They're going to get back into this game. Sweeney just too far ahead of the play. Janney's pass wasn't that bad.
Jutila with 3.5 minutes remaining on the period. The Americans look up and they see 4 Finns in the zone. The Finns really are closing the Americans down, making it really difficult to get out of their own zone. Curry drives it along the boards, and that's picked up. Sweeney passes it out. Laukkanen is there. Richter now for USA. Gives it to Sweeney, who drives it to the far side of the rink. Janney, a bit of a hospital pass there. That goes all the way down the ice. Laukkanen had Janney's number, but really didn't follow through.
Laukkanen, being a gentleman on that one, just stepped up and took Janney out of the play. He probably could have really ripped him on that one.
.17:04 gone on the period. 6-1 the score. The Finns exploding in the first, then again in the second. Loose puck out there, and the Americans now looking to get something before the buzzer goes. Waite, Lindsay and Young. Waite taken out of the play. Push back over towards Lindsay. That deflected away, and 4 Finns now in neutral ice territory. Peltonen breaks. Lehtinen is there. That comes back to Virta. The shot, rebound. Peltonen was tied up on the play. All the way back behind the red line. The Finns again skating quickly with Kiprusoff now on the attack. Kiprusoff to Peltonen. He puts it in the circle. Peltonen back to Kiprusoff. They always seem to find somebody. Lehtinen couldn't get his skate on that, but Koivu picked it up. Beers is after him, but Koivu hangs on. Koivu allowed to walk in. Kiprusoff comes up from the blue line and almost got the shot away. The Finns working hard at the blue line, but this time they can't hold the puck in. Young unable to get it up to Lindsay. Virta with a lot of time, still with Virta. Pass over to the far side. Keskinen gets it behind the net. USA changing on the fly as they set it up. Keskinen from Paolo. A long pass down the ice is not a good one. Mulish with Burke chasing on Stromberg. Burke in the corner. Stromberg and Burke tie each other up. Podine can't get the stick on that. It bounces away. And nothing seems to be going right for the Americans right now. Kunter comes out. Paolo is down there quickly.
Burke, not a very popular guy with the Finnish supporters, really took a run at Stromberg.
Less than a minute to play on the period. Nieminen tied up, but Nieminen keeps going. Burke unable to slow him down. That pass comes out of the zone, and the Finns will have to come out. Stromberg shoots it right in. Neaton. Podine. Cole. Makala unable to avoid the offside.
Keskinen trapped in the zone, was going to the bench for a line change. Makala couldn't see him on the other side of the ice. 34 seconds left in the second period of play. The Americans are really up against it. They're down by 5.
The Finns are looking so sharp out there. The passes are hitting the money 99% of the time. Chiavaglia tried to slide it over to Richter, who was breaking on the left wing, but it didn't work. 20 seconds on the period. Makala shot saved by Kunter. The rebound comes out, and the Americans with Lazaro just sliding it down the ice. Icing is the call with 9 seconds on the period.
The Finns will have one last shot, probably 9 seconds to play. As you said, Paul, in this second period of play, the face-off will be a critical one. The Finns would like to get one last shot off.
It really hasn't been a good period for the USA. Passes have been either too far in front or too far behind. Several icings, several offsides. Richter left in the corner, batted away. 1 second, no shot on goal. Hämäläinen was ready to fire that in from the blue, but it didn't happen. 3 goals in that period, 3 goals in the first period. The Finns leading the Americans 6-1. Well, the Americans, as they did with the Swedes, folks, have run out of steam. I don't know what's happened. They looked so sharp in the first 3 games, but all of a sudden, they're looking very average out there.
You've just taken my words away from me, Paul. They did look good in the first 3 games they played, and they ran away with those games. They looked sharp. They had a lot of things going for them, but the Swedes really got after them. They put it right to them, 6-2, and the Finns on top, 6-1 right now, and there's still 20 minutes of hockey to play.
A tough assignment then for the Americans to come out in the third period and do something, but we'll be back to see what they can do. 1 period of hockey to go. We'll be back live. Welcome back to the third and final period of this game between Finland and USA. The Americans started well on the power play at 2:21. Lindsay got the goal, and then things have been going downhill for them ever since. Lehtinen, Helminen, Curry, Lehtinen again, Peltonen, and Immonen. We called it Walteri. It's Immonen, wearing number 7, got the goal. A very pretty goal indeed. And it's now 6-1. Bopes, the Americans, what's gone wrong?
I just think that the Finns and the Swedes really are strong teams, and they're getting stronger. It's a good sign for the Finns because they blew everybody out in the first round during the Olympics and then really couldn't put anything together in the medal round. The Swedes, as we do know, get stronger as the competition tends to go on. We've seen that from them all along, but the Americans have really, I don't know what's lacking out there. They came out so hard in their first 3 games. The Finns and the Swedes are tough competition. Those being their last 2 games in this round of play are making it very difficult for the Americans, as the Finns have really put up a good performance.
Well, we'll see what the Americans can do. They're playing from left to right, and they have a lot of work to do. Icing is the call as that puck goes all the way down the rink. This is day 8 of the competition. We know now that the Italians are leading the Germans 2-0. That will certainly make it interesting if the Italians can beat the Germans.
Well, because the Austrians are yet to play the British, and the Austrians would have to have a big win on the goal difference to get anywhere against the Germans.
It's going right down to the final game in the qualifying round, which is nice to see. A tap away from Helminen by Chambers. A moment earlier, Beers took a shot and just missed the far post at the finish net. Rink-wide pass by Kapanen. Jutila drops it back. Helmanen is there. Kapanen skates in. Curry is out front, and the Americans just shoot it away, but not out of the zone. Kunter goes down on the shot from Hämäläinen. Young, waiting for a little support, has Lindsay on the wing. Lindsay lets the shot go, and Werther got a tip on it. I'm not too convinced about the U.S. commitment in this third period. They really don't seem to be skating at full speed. But having said that, the Finns are so fast that they're catching them up just when they think that they're going to break. Lindsay and Young and Waite not getting the room out there that they would like.
Lindsay and Young in a 2-on-2 there. Both of them have good wheels. Werther showed how quick he is. He was right back into the play where he should have been and just tipped the puck away up into the netting.
Hämäläinen from behind the goal has Ruutu on the near side. Hämäläinen goes to the far side. Podin goes in and misses his man as that's pumped up to the far side. Neaton reaches out, tries to get it. Peltonen touches the puck, and we have another whistle on the play.
Offside to call. Wolanin with a friendly gesture, tapping Peltonen on the back of the pads after he had dumped him when the whistle blew. Not so sure as though Peltonen felt any better by it.
It comes back, and Wolanin gets it off the boards. It bounces away, but Wolanin tips it along. Bork can't get it. Podin races down on the wing. Heimonen fires it to the far side. The Finns curling in neutralized territory. That was gunning for Koivu. Bork, oh, a bad pass, and this is a 2-on-1 situation. Bork trying to get back. Koivu has the puck now. Koivu goes upstairs, and Bork is down. Kunter is down, but one mistake after another out there. The Americans giving away the puck.
Bork just trying to stay alive. He was the guy that gave the pass away, diving back into the play. Lehtinen going into the goal. The Finns ran out of room. Kunter able to keep the puck out of the net.
Keskinen drops that back. Laukkanen shot wide of the target, bounces out to the far side, and the Americans now breaking quickly. Chiavaglia is tied up in neutralized territory. Icing is the call. No real pattern to the American attack. 2 minutes, 5 seconds gone on the third period. 6-1 the score. The Finns leading the Americans.
Lazaro and Chiavaglia trying to get something going for the U.S. Out on the line with Sacco. Normally Lilly has that spot. Coach Ron Wilson changing things up a bit. Trying Sacco between on the wing with Chiavaglia playing center. Hill. Nieminen goes after Hill. The pass goes up. Sacco breaks. A long clearance into the corner. The Americans, with Chiavaglia being dumped, lose possession. Coming back on the attack. Nieminen is in front, looking for that pass. Paolo couldn't get it to him, and that bounces away. We'll have another face-off. Richter doing the body work for the Americans on the defense. Both lines, both teams, that is, changing lines again. Chiavaglia, Lazaro, and Sacco going to the bench. Richter spinning his man around. A little bit of help from Sean Hill. The Americans able to get out of any trouble.
Janney took a swipe at it, tried again, and eventually that's cleared up on the near side. Ruutu tries to dig it out from the boards. Beers gets it to Chambers, who lays it off onto the wing. The Americans now with a 3-on-4 situation. Lilly getting in there. Lilly working with Lindsay and Janney. The shot from Lindsay is well wide of the target. Hämäläinen pushes that up on the boards. The Finns with a lot of room on the wing. Ojanen was going the wrong way and just elected to leave that one. The Americans shoot it back in. Chance now for Ruutu. Ruutu gets help from Ojanen. That's tipped away, and the Finns will have to try it again. Curry Curry with a change for both teams out there. Curry drops it back. Immonen. Ruutu gets it. Good move by Curry. Curry threw it over to the far wing. Stromberg in too late. Podine gives it away. Young. It's bounced away, and the Americans still struggle in their own zone. Kapanen, this guy has some great moves. Immonen bounces that off the backboards. It goes right under Sweeney's stick. A chance for the Americans to get out as Podine lost his stick. That's dropped all the way back by Helminen. Immonen is there to collect. Podine is right on his tail. Up into neutralized territory. The long pass of Kapanen. Beautiful play. Kapanen goes in. Whoa! Hit the post. That's the second time we've seen that in this game. Kapanen with great speed, unable to capitalize and make it 7.
Kapanen is so quick, 20-year-old who's been playing with Jari Kurri, getting valuable experience on that line, has really been performing.
Laukkanen loses out. Chiavaglia unable to take that pass over the red line. Laukkanen gets it back up to the blue line. Lehtinen getting away from Neaton, but Neaton gets back quickly to dump him. Bork ties up Peltonen. The Americans doing a great job of checking in the zone. Chiavaglia throws it over onto the wing. Hill breaking right in. Bork had the puck. Hill was right beside him. And now the Finns turn it round with Peltonen coming down. Peltonen has Koivu out front. Koivu skates right through the crease in the Americans. Chiavaglia goes to the bench after he failed to get onto the end of that pass. Jutala leaves it for Koivu. Koivu right in front. And that is tipped out of the zone. Jani. Paolo takes the loose puck and throws it all the way down. Both teams trying to get fresh legs out there. 5:35 gone on the third period. Nieminen throws it up center. And the Finns now with Virta. Virta giving that over. Nieminen broke in. Lindsay has the puck. Lindsay's got Jani up front. But Nieminen had Lindsay's number on that play.
Good work by Paolo helping Nieminen out. Both teams changing on the move and a few different line combinations coming out. Both coaches experimenting.
Nieminen raced over for that as Beers picks it up. Beers to the far side. The U.S. now with 3 players hitting the blue line. Sacco is dumped. Lindsay will go in and try to pick it up, but that doesn't work. Pass up to the blue line. Return pass. This is good stuff from the Finns as Keskinen works it over. Nieminen is there. Offside is the call as Stromberg came in to help out.
The pace is picked up again. Both teams are really going up and down the ice. It's wide open hockey right now. Makala coming out with Ojanen and Christian Ruutu.
Sweeney and Ojanen. Lilly. His pass is batted away by Makala. Podine spins around. Jutala stays on him. Mulish sends it on his way, but Sweeney goes in to help out. The Americans really having problem stringing more than a couple of passes together.
Offside to call against the Finns. Lilly and Podine, who were playing together in the first few games with Chiavaglia or Lazaro, now find themselves on the ice with Sweeney. Sweeney has been playing with Jani, so Ron Wilson continues to change and try different line combinations.
Face off in neutralized territory. Helminen is tied up as the Americans move it forward with Wolanin. Wolanin hits the red line. Mulish directs that behind the net. Podine goes in quickly, and the Finns get it out quickly. Pass up on the wing for Curry. Curry has Neaton on him. Sweeney goes in. That comes back to the blue line. A chance for Laukkanen. Laukkanen, deflection. And that just whizzed by the net. Curry got a stick on that. Lilly is tied up along the boards, can only drop it back to Neaton, who puts it to the far side. Another change of players out there for both teams. The Americans just happy to get it out of the zone. The Finns want to play hockey out there. That's rattled back in by Laukkanen. Hill to Neaton. Young on the far side. Young goes in and gets it, taps it behind the boards. Give away to Curry. Curry hits the blue line. Back to Kapanen. Kapanen looking for Curry again, somehow finds Koivu. Koivu, good move on Scott Young. Hämäläinen along the boards. Kapanen. Curry to Koivu. Koivu, great stick handling, back pass to the far side, right in front, and as Kunter grabs it, throws it out, but the whistle blows. Excellent display of passing out there by the Finns.
Well, Koivu found himself on the ice with Kapanen and Curry as Koivu had gotten out on the line change ahead of Peltonen and Lehtinen. That was interesting for a while. Those three guys really moving the puck around nicely. A passing clinic being set up in the American zone by the Finns. Koivu really moving around nicely with Curry.
The shot on goal cleared away. Peltonen couldn't get any steam on that. Koivu. Not a great pass from him, and the Americans come out with Jani. Jani taking off the puck. These Finns are so fast getting back, lifting sticks, stealing pucks as the Americans try to work their way down the ice. Tap up on the wing to Burke. Jani gets away from one man. Good pass by Jani. The return pass, Eamon got a piece of it. And the Finns into center ice. Peltonen picks it up, but it's a two-line pass.
And again, both teams change, all five players on the ice. It's a good pace in this third period, as we said. 9:04 gone in the third period. Teams have really opened things up. The Americans still haven't had many good goal-scoring opportunities on Mulish in the finished goal in this third period.
A lot of Finnish support here, as you would expect, and they're having a good time. Comes all the way down, and Laukkanen takes it. Podin goes in. Podin likes to play some physical hockey. Pass right up the middle. Kunter comes out, bats it to the boards. The shot is fanned on by Laukkanen. A chance now for Sacco, a 3-on-1. Sacco goes in right on the target. The loose puck is there, and it's put by the net by Podin.
Good round of applause from the crowd. A good gesture by Wolanin, who skated down toward the finish zone and tapped his stick on the ice a few times.
Face off at, well, almost on the red line with Sweeney for the USA, and the officials come in and have words with those encroaching. Ojanen tried to get it back, and eventually it comes back to Laukkanen. Podine chases him. Sweeney on the far side. Niitin is being chased by Ojanen. Wolanin. Ruutu steals it right in front and it's tipped away, but it's not out of the zone. Kept in by Laukkanen. Ruutu right at the blue line, gives it away, and eventually the puck does come out, and the Finns have to come out of the zone. Sacco with a chance, goes in, takes the shot. Sacco really let that one fly. Mulish was there. Ruutu takes it to the far side, hasn't got a lot of support. Now Curry comes up. Curry taken off the play by Niitin. Good move by Niitin. The pass over is knocked away, and Ruutu gets it right back at the red line. Ruutu, a hit by Lilly as he gets rid of the puck. Richter down the ice. Mulish is out of the net to clear it away. Helminen. Drop pass by Curry. Shot comes in by Hämäläinen. Hämäläinen to Curry, back to Hämäläinen. Hämäläinen, good pass to get that behind the goal. Richter doesn't want to get caught going one way. Richter goes one way. The shot! So close. Kapanen, excellent work by him. He really does work well with Curry. Helminen chasing Richter. Richter going in now. Lets a shot go. Short side save. Lilly goes in hard and put in a good check as Jani couldn't hang on to that, and the Finns get it all the way down the ice. Icing is the call.
The Finns wanted a change. They'll take the icing. Mulish with a couple of good saves since he was rocked by Podine, showing good reflexes, getting himself right back into the game quickly. On that same shift, Kapanen again, Paul, as you said, going so close. He is quick. Him and Koivu both are guys to watch out for.
Beers, the shot deflected away, ends up on the far side of the rink, and the Finns now breaking quickly. Bork got a stick on that. It bounces over the line. Jani tried to reach out with the skate, couldn't get it. Beers comes in to tie up his man, and Lehtinen unable to slow down Bork. The Americans working hard with Lindsay getting it over the blue line. Another offside whistle. Americans having a lot of problems with that blue line.
Jani, Lindsay, and Bork together now. Another different trio for the Americans up front. Lindsay with the puck. Bork's on the right side. Lindsay avoids the check. Jani with the puck. Bork a stride ahead of them.
Big shot by Beers. Beers really has got a good shot from the blue. Jani tried to feed that through to Chambers. Puck is picked up. Keskinen gets it over on the wing. Shot comes in. Kunter goes down. Chambers is there to pick it up. Chambers starts moving up on the left side. The Americans now hit the red line. Long clearance in for Lindsay. Lindsay has Bork. Taken away from Bork, and 4 Finns now hitting the blue line. Stromberg drops it back right in front. Paolo let the shot go and missed the net completely. Chambers, nice pass up the middle, just about an inch too far from Lindsay. The idea was right. Nieminen now hit by Chambers, and Nieminen goes down. The puck comes out of the zone. Keskinen, Makala and Nieminen working out there. The shot right on the target. Ojanen drops it over the line after he got his own rebound. The Americans with Sweeney. Again, the pass is telegraphed. Ojanen, Makala. Makala has Ruutu. Ruutu unable to slow that one down. Young up there with Sweeney. Young taps it off the backboards. Podine races in for it. Back to Young. Young winds up. The shot, rebound. Kicked out again. Podine right in there. So close. 2 opportunities for Podine in this period. Young tries to make the move on Hämäläinen. Hämäläinen, nice little poke check, takes the puck and takes it back behind the net. Finland looking stronger as this game goes on. Curry with Helmanen. Sean Hill and Chiavaglia behind the net. The return pass to Chiavaglia. Long pass up to Sacco. That was behind him. Sacco puts it out. And Chiavaglia tries to get it across. Penalty coming up. Hooking is the call.
Hämäläinen will go to the box. Chiavaglia working hard. Taken down on the play. The Americans will have the power play. 5:56 left in this game. Good work from Chiavaglia and Sacco. Sacco not getting the best of bounces earlier. The Americans continued on. Chiavaglia trying to throw the puck across to Lazaro. Taken out by Hämäläinen for the penalty.
Young goes all the way back to the bench to change his stick, causing a delay out there. 14:04 gone on the third period. 6-1 the score. Americans on the power play. Chiavaglia all the way back to Beers. Beers taps it along the boards. Jani back to Beers. Koivu is out there trying to break this one up. Immonen is there too. Koivu pushes Jani, but Beers gets it back at the blue line. Koivu gets a stick on it to deflect that away. Chambers puts it in for Jani. Puck is frozen on the boards. Young tries to get it free. Young from the side of the net. That bobbles into the high slot. Lehtinen unable to do much with it. Immonen has the puck, and it's thrown over to an open wing. Koivu is there. Koivu is brought down along the boards right in front. Jutila left all alone.
Well, the big defenseman Jutila normally spends most of his time in front of his own net. Finds himself all alone in front of Les Kuntar. The American goalie left defenseless. Immonen throwing the puck across very alertly. Jutila all by himself. There isn't an American in sight. Jani trying to come back into the play. He's never going to get there. Good goal by Jutila. Short-handed effort.
The Americans now trying to get out of the zone. Still a 5-on-4 situation out there. 54 seconds remaining on the power play. Podine goes in hard. Podine is such a physical guy. Laukkanen went down, puck behind the net. All the way back to the blue. Neaton takes the shot. That's deflected away. Willanen watches that go all the way down the ice. Goes for a change. Neaton is back to pick it up. Drop pass by Sweeney is not a good one. Niemanen was right there, but Neaton was right on him. A slow build-up to this power play and 1 or 2 sloppy passes, and the Finns taking the puck away from the Americans as Paolo gets it all the way back on the D. Hämäläinen steps on the ice. Icing is the call.
The Finns successfully kill off the penalty to Hämäläinen and collect a goal while they were doing it. A 6-goal difference between these teams. We expected this to be a lot closer. The Americans, even with the man advantage, just couldn't get anything going.
Jani tries to poke that through, and the Finns with Makala dropping it back. Ruutu takes the short pass. Ruutu tries to dipsy doodle through the skates, and that doesn't work as Richter comes up with Jani. Bork is trailing, still with Richter. Richter takes it to the far side, pushes it behind the net, right from the side of the net. Jani right out front at Chad's. Goaltender goes down. Richter came in and just ran out of places to go. A loose puck, and the goaltender way out of his net as the official had his hand up. The whistle blew as soon as the Finn touched the puck.
Ruutu and Hill involved in fisticuffs at the other end of the ice. The two players had a good couple of words for each other going off the ice after the second period. So this is very well something that is continued on from an earlier incident. Ruutu going to the box for holding. That is the reason why Kuntar was going to the bench. He hadn't decided just to quit on the play.
There are some countries where you don't do that when you're a goalie because you're never too sure if the referee has got it right. I've seen that happen some places in Europe where a goalie has to think twice. He says, now look, he's got his hand up, but is it against us or them? Should I go? We've touched the puck and the whistle hasn't gone. I'm going to go. Well, wait a minute.
Well, that's right. It certainly looked like Kuntar was just bailing out. Makala going down for an easy goal, but it wasn't ever going to count. It was indeed a penalty against the Finns.
And as soon as Makala touched the puck, the whistle blew. Power play situation now. Sacco, rink-wide pass. Bounces off the boards, and the Finns so quick to come up with a 3-on-2 situation now. Drop pass, and the Americans now with a 3-on-1 if they can get it together. Sacco throws it away. Chambers on the far side. Back to Beers. Coming up to the final 2.5 minutes. Lilly just peppers it in and takes an elbow from Stromberg. These two have met before. Right in front of the net. Lindsay pops it in the net, but the referee's arm is up again. Another Necker is really having a say in this game out there. No goal.
Some unbelievable things happening in this game. Sacco knocking the puck down. Licknecker saying that the stick was above the shoulder as he knocked it down. Lindsay banged an easy goal into the net for himself, but that isn't going to count. And on the high stick, the face-off comes all the way back down into American territory.
Keskinen. Kapanen works so hard. Keskinen fires it over to Kapanen. Kapanen drops it all the way back onto the defensive. And we have less than a minute on the power play. Coming up to the 18-minute mark of the period. Jani feeds it through. That was much better. Young and Jani combining a power play goal.
Finally, the Americans get something on the board. They scored the first goal of the game. They have since watched the Finns score 7. Time is running out. 2 minutes and 3 seconds left to play in this game, but a power play effort and a goal by Scott Young. Nice feed from Jani. All Young does is get the touch. Mulish unable to come up with it. 7-2 the score.
Well, we've just heard that the Italians have beaten the Germans 3-1. Good result for the Italians in front of their home crowd in Bolzano. That comes all the way out. Berta lets a shot go. Pushed away by Wolanin, but not far enough. Berta sends it back in. Koivu was there. A minute and a half remaining on the game. Hämäläinen. Another penalty coming up. Chambers touches it. USA will go to the box. High sticking is the call. Correction, elbow is the call.
It's a very dramatical call by the referee. He's got one arm over his head, very gently touches his elbow. Neat in getting the call. The Americans will be short-handed.
Face off deep in USA territory. 18:29 gone on the game, and I think the Americans will want to get this one over with in a hurry. Not one of their greatest performances. They've had 2 bad games in a row. But to be fair to the opposition, the Swedes and the Finns, they really have hustled and worked hard. And the Swedes the other day and the Finns today did everything and got everything they deserved. Nieminen went in closely on Kuntar and couldn't make it number 8. The Americans going back into the box. Keskinen on the near side, feeds it in front. Keskinen pops it in behind the red line. Some rough stuff out front, but the referee is letting it go. 45 seconds on the clock. Little tip there, and it's banged away. We'll have a change of personnel for both teams. 40 seconds on the game. 7-2 is the score.
Americans trying to kill the penalty off the knee. Sean Hill pounding on Makela in front of the goal. Finns going close. Equipment manager shaving off the butt end of a player's stick.
All the way back to the blue line with Jutila. Jutila has Podine on him. That's flipped to the far side. Back to Jutila. Jutila still going to his right. Now over to Curry. Back to Jutila. The one-timer is deflected by Laukkanen. Kapanen is in there. Helmanen goes in to help out too. Podine racing for that. Jutila got it over and back through the line, so there would have been an offside. A big hit there as the Americans watch the seconds go down. That's the end of the game. The big hit came from Chambers. Too little, too late. The Finns out hustling and outscoring the Americans after 60 minutes of hockey. It was 7-2. The Finns in a commanding position now.
The Americans have got to go back to the drawing board. They had 3 good performances, and then their last 2 games, the Swedes beating them 6-2. The Finns now 7-2. The medal round is coming up. The Americans have got some work to do.
Well, there were so many good players on that Finnish side, Bopes. We got to pick one. We keep this going throughout the competition. Why not? So let's pick your man out there who really impressed for the Finns.
I'm going to go with Lehtinen, number 20. He worked hard throughout the game. Like you said, it is very difficult to pick one player on the Finnish team.
Lehtinen had the first goal, and in the 4th goal, he was all over the ice. He did have a strong game. And what about for USA?
For the U.S., there are a couple players that worked really well. I would have to say my pick for the Americans would be Scott Young.
Young picked up the final goal of the game. Big cheer from the Finnish supporters here in Kanazai for their excellent performance over the Americans. Later on this evening, the Czechs against the Swedes, Canada against Russia. Both games should be, well, we've said it so many times before and it hasn't happened, but both games should be fantastic games. Let's wait and see. The officials now choosing their top players for the game as Slappy goes through his paces. The Italians beat the Germans 3-1. An important victory for them. It's very, very tight in that group.
Craig Willanen shaking his head as he goes over to receive his Player of the Game award. He's not convinced that he should have it, I guess. He did play a good game. The big guy works hard. He takes the body well. He's a good, clean, hard-working player.
I think he feels a bit embarrassed about that. It wasn't, according to him and his reaction there, his best game, but they give the award to him. Jutila steps up for the Finns, so 0 for 2 on that one. A strong game put in by the Finns. Lehtinen, Helminen, Curry, Lehtinen, Peltonen, Immonen, and Jutila were the goal scorers for Finland. Lindsay and Young got the first goal and the last goal of the game. That's the way it stands after 60 minutes of hockey. 7-2, the Finns beating the Americans very, very soundly indeed.